Okay, so I'm going to show you a setup that I'm pretty proud of. Um, I like to delve into things that are kind of old, a little obscure, but not too old, all right? So back in the early 2000, 10 or something like that, maybe to 12, they started Nikon started the first mirrorless camera line. So I had the latest versions. I have the Nikon 1 version 3 and the Nikon 1 J5, which is the last camera they made before they went to the Z mirrorless system. But if you look at the size, they're just a little bit underneath the micro four thirds sensor, still considered a 1-inch sensor, but with the CX mount, it's with a 2.7 crop, where micro four thirds is a 2. And anyway, long story short, look how small this camera is. It fits in my hand. Now, I attached the kind of like a grip to this to hold this V3. So I'm going to take it off real quick, and then I can show you the size actually compared between these two cameras. So taking off the grip, and what I like about the grip is it gives you another function button, which gives you a number 3 function, and it has your dial in front plus either record on video or on stills. Just a little pin right there to tighten it, and then it locks into place this into the camera. But now, if you compare the size, this camera, I think this is kind of like, I don't know what it is. Feels like a rubber right here, plastic, but I think this is built better, so this is kind of like a rubber right here too. They're both 3-inch LCD screens, but this is wider, and it's a little bit longer too. And on the sides, yeah, this is taller too. So this is a bigger camera, but this was the latest version of what Nikon did. And to open it up, take a look at the sensor. It's not very big. But the reason why I'm showing you these is because with these systems, I was noticing that on certain lenses, even if the aperture was set to the highest capability, like an f1.8 or a 2.8, whatever, it was still kind of dark. And you need more light in order to view things better. So I got my light over here. I got light everywhere to give it enough, but I'm just going to show off all the items I have for these two camera systems, which can share the same lenses. I got two 18.5 millimeter 1.8 lenses for both cameras. But just to show you, there's 3 battery chargers. So the first version, I think the V1 took kind of like the DSLR batteries and stuff, so that's that charger. And then they upgraded the battery to a 20A. So it gives more battery life, so that's what's in here. This is the 27. This is the battery charger 29. And then the 31, they changed the battery again to work on this camera. The only thing is, these batteries are bigger than this one. So I don't know what the deal is. They say that you get more battery life out of the older ones, but I don't know. That's why I have 3. I got 4 back up to this camera. I got 4 in the mail, which will be delivered around the 5th of July or later. When you order stuff overseas, it stays in customs. So they got one in Japan, they got one in Memphis, and so it's like a 2 weeks delay right there. Anyway, battery chargers, UV filter. That came with the lens. I bought a telephoto lens that has a converter that can make it a 1,000 millimeter, which both cameras can work on, you know, for long distances. I have the smallest one, the Pancake 10 millimeter. I have the other 18.5. I have the 6.7 to 13 millimeter. I have the 18 and a half that I said. I have the 10 to 30, 30 to 110. That's 6.7 to 13. This was 10 to 30. This was the 18.5, right? Yeah, and that was the 10. So this is the 32. This is my best lens. It's like a 85 millimeter equivalent. It's a 1.2. This is the 10 to 100. So it's an all-in-one lens. And then, of course, my favorite is the 70 to 300, which is equivalent to 189 to 810 millimeters on the full frame. So that's my collection. I got the EVF that fits on the hot shoe for this camera. Very tiny. If you notice, it's not like a regular hot shoe on the newer cameras. So anything that you have on the newer cameras, you got to have the right mount to attach to this. This one does not have a hot shoe. And I have a couple adapters. I got the Nikon lenses, F-mount, to these cameras. And then I got the Leica lenses to go on these cameras also. So, and then this is the bag that the EVF came in on. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go mic for this video. Got tripods. So I can use different tripods on these systems if I want to. I have dummy batteries. So this one is for the J5, this one's for the V3. I'm a proponent to, well, this is part of the package. It has a plug and stuff. And then here's the thing for the V3. Came with instructions and a nice cloth to clean the lenses and stuff. This is my other 18.5 UV filter for the 1000. It's 76 or 67. Just to show you what I have, what I've contained, but that's what I'm going to be experimenting on, is try each lens, compare it to both cameras with the proper lighting, and then to see how it does in the dark and how it does, you know, in the daylight. It performs well in the daylight. The only thing is this can do 1080-60, but no VR. This can do up to 4K 15, but the 15 is like 15 shots in a second, so I wouldn't recommend it. I would go either 1080-60 on this, and it does have stabilization. So that's the difference between this and that, but I get warnings after I'm done recording on this thing saying, hey, it has to shut down and cool off. I've never had a problem with this camera. So the 1080-30 with the VR looks good. I tried the 1080-60, it's okay also. But my hands shake too much, so you really It kind of reminds you of the older cameras where they have just a digital stabilization, no real IBIS. So that's what you have to deal with. You have to just crank up the shutter speed to, but there is a difference when you do put on the stabilization. So I'm going to show you this. It's like the one I did on how many camera bags can my car hold. So I'm going to do the same thing. This is the LowPro Backpack 130. Okay, very tiny. I added one from another one. And I'm going to show you how I can install everything in this camera bag. So this battery chart, or the dummy battery, I just put in this pocket. This dummy battery for the J5, I just put in here. And then with the UV filter, and then also with the lens cloth. In fact, I'll put the lens cloth somewhere else. Now, with the dummy battery for the V3, or I should say with the J5, put the lens cloth in there and the tripod. Now go in there, okay? So that's basically the outside. The batteries, I'll put in this pocket. Now, the cameras, okay? So what I usually do is, in order to keep it tight fit, I'll put a lens on here. So I like using the, what is it? No, not the 10-30, is this it? Yeah. 6.7 to 13 on this. So you take off the lens, take off the camera lens cap, put it on, and they'll go right here. Take the camera lens cap, just like that. And then the battery charger, no, what I do, so when I'm done with the Rode Wireless Go mic, it goes on top of here, okay? Kind of protects the camera and anything from bangs. Now, the other two lenses, the 10-30 and the 18.5, I put in this one. And then I put the oldest battery charger on here. I put it just like that. So that compartment's full or filled. Then I take the 10-100 and I'll put it in this pocket back here. The 32 millimeter I'll put here. And I believe, no, what did I do? Oh, I put a battery charger. So then I'll put one of these here. Actually, I'm going to put the one that goes with this camera right here. So I just put it in like this. So you see everything's nice and tight so far. Then with this camera, well, let me get the 30-110. I don't know if I described that. So the 30-110 and the 10-30 were basically, I think, the kit lens. The 6.7 to 13 millimeter came later. The primes came later. You know, the 13, I mean, yeah, the 32 and the 18.5. So I put that there. I put, let's see, I'm going to put the EVF right here, this bag. I'll put the grip back on the camera. Now there's a little kind of like serial device that connects right here so that when you mount the camera, everything connects. So there's 3 connections. One is a pin that keeps it from moving this way. This one screws it in, and this one attaches the serial. And then you just use the thing to wind it in. Make sure it's a tight fit. And there you go. And then I'm going to put the 18.5 millimeter lens on here, my other one. And this is equivalent to a 50 millimeter f1.8. And I put that, see, I think it's like this. Yep, like that. Okay. The 70 to 300 goes here. All right. So I'm getting there. The EVF goes here. Okay, got to match the, there we go. Let me see. The other battery charger goes there, okay? I think it's this one, yeah. So one of them goes here, the adapter. The other one goes here with the lens cap and stuff. And last but not least, my last lens, the 10 millimeter, which I just picked up, goes right here. So it's right on top of the bag with the EVF. It's situated pretty well. It's not banging too much. And I close it up. Now I'm going to weigh it to give you the final weight, and we'll see what the final or the epilogue of this video is, what I'm going to discuss on the advantages of having everything in a camera bag ready for a shoot. I did forget to mention on how to attach a camera to the zoom lens. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to move this back a little bit, right back here. And I'm going to move it like this. So in order to convert this T mount to a Nikon 1, take off the end. And I messed up. I gotta take the lens off. Okay. That's the only bad thing. The back lens element will come off too with the cap. Yeah, let me just do it this way. There we go. That's the only bad thing about this. Okay. It's kind of like a step-up ring or step-down ring. Okay. And then here's the converter. So this is a T2 to a Nikon 1. And yeah, it just screws on. So I see it's that simple. And I'll just take a camera. In this case, the V3, because I haven't tried it on here yet. today, just to show you. Just remove the, I'll do like that. So you match the 1 with the red dot, which is, I have to look up here. There it is, down there. So what you do with the camera, and let me try and get it in the picture. So it's like this. There we go. Oh, come on. I think I got it right. All right, let me do this. Should have done it this way, folks. That way it would have been a lot easier. Okay, because when you put on an adapter, it always changes. So, dot to dot is the way you do it. And then you just turn the lens, and there you go. And then if I turn it on, make sure the lens cap is off, turn it on, and there it goes. So I can either put this in manual mode, and then they'll see. Right now it's at 500 millimeters. I can put a converter on here, which will make it 1,000 meters. And then if you times it by 2.7, well, that's quite a long reach. Anyway, I've had some pictures done on the J5. This is on here. It's working good. It will work in movie mode. So if I put this in movie mode, well, maybe not. Maybe just stills. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Just manual. Anything else, it won't do it. But that's just to show you that not everything works with adapters, but it's a handy thing. If you want to see a far-off shot, and I have an EVF, you know, during the daytime when I want to do some pictures of birds or squirrels or even the pets, I have the ability to go at least 500 millimeters, and then if I do the crop, or I mean the 2x converter, then I can go to 1,000. And then you add the 2.7 crop, and that's a pretty far distance. So anyway, there you have it. I forgot to show you that. Now just by taking it off, you do the same thing. You just put everything back the way it was. Put the camera in this way. That back here. And there you have it. This part is done. The bag weighs 9 pounds with everything in it. Add another pound maybe to, what is it, when I get the 4 extra batteries in for the V3, and that should be it. And I am going to get a better view of this monster right here. Now I'm going to put the bag here. Get this. This is a Vivitar. And I'm going to move this down a little bit so I can see the whole, or move it up, I should say. There you go. And that's a monster. But for our picture taking and stuff, it's on a good tripod. And you can just put it on a picnic table or something, or you can adjust the different modes, or the legs for if it's uneven and stuff. Very light. And for a 1-inch sensor, it works pretty good. So that's the Vivitar 500 millimeter with the Tony, or I should say the T adapter. And I didn't put the 2X on there because I got another camera bag. But it's just little things I add to see if it works. And I've gotten some great pictures. You can't handhold something like this because your hand or your body is just shaking too much. You need something stable, 3-point contact, in order to use something like this. Monopod is excellent. I got a tripod right here. So that's kind of like a little addition to the new system that I'm going to be playing with. I got to do a couple more videos, and I keep saying that, but I get something in the mail and I try it out, and then I lose track of what I'm supposed to be doing. So I want to apologize for that. 2 more videos will be coming up after this one. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, folks. Have a wonderful day.